Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Mars Ray here, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, this one thing that I do think that needs to be talked about. Alright, so there's always folks, and this comes from something that used to come up all the time in the past, but it doesn't come up anymore. Why you do not skim your films or clean your films or cut your films or whatever you want to call it. You know, since edit is a Latin borrowed word. And you always hear folks that always make films talking about how smooth it is to learn how to do it. Well, if it was smooth to learn how to do it, then everyone would be doing it. But to me, it was always too hard. You see all these film cutting or cleaning or skimming tools out there, the free ones and the ones you have to buy, come with the same downside. You don't know what nothing does. So you have this tool that could be strong, could be weak, and I'm just going to talk about my wisdom with it, or the showing that I went through with it. First, you had the Microsoft one, or the Smallsoft Windows Filmmaker, which, went away, and then it got renamed, but it probably still behaves the same way. And it was only good for either making your films brighter, making them darker, put an end sheet to it. That was it. If you want to cut something out, that's when you were asking for a hang up. And then you had the ArcSoft tools, one called ArcSoft Web Shooter Friend and ArcSoft Web Shooter for Layer, which were both broken down. Once again, they only seem to be good at making things brighter or darker, getting a beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film. You couldn't cut nothing out because that was broken. Even if you clicked on the double blade, nothing would happen. And that led me to the YouTube one, which is doesn't do really that much either. The only thing it's good at is making end sheets with. And then the VLC one, which is shit. Way too many settings. None of them do anything. The only thing it's good at is playing films. As long as it's not a burnable disc, then you're alright. So everyone always asks, why you don't do it? Time. That's the first one. Working a film skimming tool takes time. You just can't throw it in and say you want make an end sheet, or I don't know, make it brighter, darker. It takes too much fucking time to do it, but it always takes too long to fillet, something that the Microsoft or Smallsoft one was guilty of doing. Now the ArcSoft ones, when I did have them, they were faster about filleting the film. 2, they're hard to work with. And I don't care anyone says, anytime you're asking for a film skimming tool to skim or cut anything out of your films, that's when you're asking for too much. I only got this Microsoft one or the Smallsoft one to cut out something once, and it worked good. The next time I did it, it's like, you just cut your film in half. Well, can I bring them back together then? He goes, no, you can't bring it back together. It's like cutting a sandwich in half. It's in half. You can't bring it back together. So I just said, fuck it. So I have kept away from all film shifting or skimming tools. And then it gave me to the interweb, hookup strength filmmaker, or whatever you want to call it, film runner, I don't know. The one I got was broken. The only thing it could do was film. So I don't want any of you folks talking about how they're all weak. Because I can tell you they all are all weak. And I don't care. I've dealt with some shitty ones. Really bad, weak ones that really couldn't do that much. And don't get me started of all the other ones out there you folks work with. And haters back in the day always used to say something like, oh, skimming is your friend. Well, if skimming was my friend, it was a friend who had a learning hang up or a thinking hang up, like a lot of folks do, and could only help you with certain things. A friend that says, I can only make your films brighter or darker, I can only make an end sheet. Well, I'm not going to be so good at cutting things out of your film. It's going to be a hit and miss. Or I'm going to be good at making your films brighter or darker, but I can't cut nothing out. Oh, I'm only going to be good at filming. So that would be like the friend then, right? So yeah. So that's why I do not skim anything on my films. And I know there's going to be someone out there before I end this film saying, oh, well, you'd get more folks watching your films if you skim things out of your films. There's no truth to back that up. Someone still has to come on YouTube, read your film, see your likeness of your film, and pick and choose and read what your film's about, and pick and choose if they want to watch it. Skimming the film is not going to make anyone watch it. Alright? Let's be earnest about that. Let's be flawlessly understand that. You know? So even if I did all that shit, someone still has to watch the film. Alright? So anyway, that's all the time I got here. Just telling you why I don't skim my films, or clean my films, or shift my films, or cut my films, like some folks do who are skilled and unskilled. So anyway, if you like that film, follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the last one we made yesterday with Sailor fighting Stripe. I'm Sailor Mars Ray, and I hope you like this film. Bye.